Welcome to Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and Jon.
It's shake and bake time.
Greetings, Earthlings, and locally hated senators. This is Last Night's Coffee, number 238. I'm Chuck, that's Jon, and beware of the Ides of March.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Beware.
Dude, do you think Shakespeare really wrote all them plays?
I mean, there's some I know there are some conspiracies out there that say he did not write all of his plays. In all of his screenplays. I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, the guy did write a lot. You know what I'm saying? Did he write it all? I don't know. Maybe a lot of people were just writing it and saying they were Shakespeare, right? Wouldn't you do that? Like,
well, no.
If you wanted some people to get to know it, like if you wanted people to grab hold of it and be like, oh, okay, it's Shakespeare. Yeah, I'll listen to that. I'll watch this. And then you come out and be like, ha, got you. It's mine.
Okay, that would work with a social media mindset.
Yeah.
But back then they didn't have a social media mindset. Now,
it's like those people who go to the political rallies and they start like reading off Bill Clinton quotes, and people are like, "Oh, that's definitely Trump," and they're like, "Nope, it's Bill Clinton." Like,
yeah. Now, could it have been like a franchise?
Ooh, like a conglomerate, like a bunch of writers. Just
that's what some people think. Here are some of the thoughts. So we're gonna kind of go down some rabbit holes today because we haven't been down any rabbit holes in a while.
Heck no.
And we're kind of getting back to our roots a little bit on this show because we were bored and we just didn't want to talk about the regular news because it's all election and all Israel and it's all so we're just going to
conspiracies. So we're going to talk about different conspiracies today.
Yeah. While there's conspiracies going on, we're going to talk about other conspiracies.
Yes.
I like the William Shakespeare one because I've always felt like, yes, he wrote them all.
Mm-hmm.
But the argument some people make is, how did the country clown know all this stuff about like Shakespeare, the one we quoted, Caesar, the one we quoted to start the show, beware of the Ides of March. How would he know so much history about Caesar, to write that kind of stuff is what they're saying. But I think people think that just because it was so many years ago and we didn't have the internet, that people were stupid.
Right. Some people spent their days in the library.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some people just spent their whole days there in the library, just reading. And so there was a guy named William Shakespeare, right? Like, we've seen the painted portraits of him. Obviously, there were no photographs back then, but we've seen the painted portraits of a man named William Shakespeare. Like, how much evidence is there that he was actually a human being?
I mean, like I said, we don't have pictures, but we have we don't have pictures, but we have paintings.
Right.
We know that he had.
I wonder if he went to like college, if he's part of like are there school records?
He had his. I don't think they had school records back then. I don't know, what year was it. Well, he would have been around Oxford College,
right,
area. So I mean, that's been around forever. It's weird that it's like people don't want to believe anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we find it so hard to believe that ancient or older generations could do anything crazy, right? Like,
now,
we find that so hard to believe in our day and time. Like, we look at some of these ancient structures even, right? And we look at them and we're like, there's no way they could have built this back then. You know what I mean? Like,
right. And a lot of his plays were considered comedies at the time.
Yeah.
So you think about your modern comics, like Joe Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
How does Joe Rogan know everything he knows? Because he's a freaking nerd.
Yeah, he's
deep
a nerd.
down. I mean, not that, I mean, I wouldn't call him a nerd to his face because he could like kick me and stuff. But
I get the sentiment of what you're saying.
Deep down, like, he's got nerd tendencies.
Yeah, he goes on these deep dives of topics, and he knows a lot about a lot, man.
Right,
he really does. Yeah,
and he regurgitates. He spits it back out through his comedy.
Yes. Yeah, it's almost like part of why he does these deep dives is to get material out of it.
Right.
Which is pretty interesting.
Same way with Ice Cube.
Tell me.
You know, he was a music nerd.
Oh, that's true. You know,
he's not. He wasn't a gangster.
Yeah. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Yeah, he was just a music nerd.
So
that's funny. Isn't it the same with Dr. Dre? Dude, is that 3 weeks in a row?
3 weeks in a row, I've had a freaking rookie mistake.
Come on, man.
I'm
going to have to put that in the notes to silence phones. It's going to be like a movie theater ad now.
And you know, it's the same person every week. And she knows what time we record. I think that's a conspiracy.
Your wife doesn't want you on the podcast, or she wants to interrupt the podcast.
She wants me to think about her during the podcast, so she always texts around 12:45 every week.
Yeah, well, you know, women do love attention. Like that's one of the things they absolutely love. My wife thinks it's hilarious because every time I talk about like how I pursue my wife, which I do, I try to pursue my wife like I did when I was trying to date her and
right. Like date your wife so somebody else don't.
Exactly. And so but I relate it to like that knight in Shining. Like every woman loves that idea of being rescued. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or like being the princess who's caught and like, you know, speaking of, Julius Caesar times or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, being rescued and things like that. Like that's that's a fairy tale of every girl.
Till Saturday night rolls around and you're sitting there with nothing to do and you give her that look and she's like, no. And you're like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's back to TikTok.
The problem is there is no raiders coming in and stealing our women anymore where we have to go rescue them.
Oh, yes, there is. It's called them games they play on the daggum phone.
Oh, yeah. Is that what's stealing your wife nowadays?
It seems like it sometimes. No, dude, she's usually pretty good.
Let me tell you what's stealing my wife's attention nowadays. She has gotten on books, and when my wife picks up a book, she can't put it down.
Oh, she's one of those.
Yeah.
Reads it cover to cover, just boom.
Yeah. In the last couple of weeks, basically since Lent started, since she gave up social media, basically,
yeah,
all of her attention has been devoted to reading books. Man, I swear she's probably read 6 books in the last couple of weeks. It's impressive, dude. It's wild to see her put them down like that.
I have a friend that is a award-winning Christian romantic novelist.
Really? That's the type of stuff she likes.
Well, tell her I'll just go ahead and give out Stephanie Hurt a plug. You can find her stuff on
what's her last name?
Stephanie Hurt.
Stephanie Hurt. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll have her check it out, man. Yeah. That's the type of stuff she's into. Like she was just reading about Boaz, and she's got one that she reads about Ruth. I think you know what I mean. Like all kinds of different.
You know how
stories.
You know how Ross Patterson writes his romance novel for dudes.
Yes.
Well, this is the opposite of that.
Oh.
his romance novels for Christian women.
Yeah. The
So-
absolute opposite of Ross Patterson.
So yeah, and she's local. It's weird that I was like, no way,
Yeah.
really? I mean,
Yeah,
she's got like several. Probably, I think last I saw was like 6 or 7.
Wow, that's great. Are they all kind of part of a series, or?
I've never read them.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Good point. You wouldn't know.
All the cover art looks similar though. She had them in her office.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool, man. Stephanie Hurt, shout out. Yeah, I'll have
Yeah.
my wife check that out, man. Thank you for the recommendation.
But
Yeah. So, Shakespeare.
Shakespeare, dude. So Shakespeare, yes or no? Was Shakespeare one guy or was he many guys?
I'm gonna
What say you?
stick with mainstream education, what we learn in school. I'm gonna say it was one man who wrote all of it. There may have been some impersonators who may have gotten through the
Right.
cracks, but I think it was one man.
I think it. Okay, let's say that it was more than one man,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a comedy. They were a comedy troupe. So think Broken Lizard.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see. What you're saying.
So you know, Jay gets all the credit for writing everything,
Mhm.
but usually all of them have had something to do with the writing of the finished product.
Yeah.
So,
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I see where it could be possible, maybe even plausible. I just still side on.
And I mean, I think it's mostly. I think it was mostly William Shakespeare, that he's a real person, that he wrote the songs, but
Okay.
I wrote the plays, but I think it was kind of like in that Broken Lizard type.
I see what you're saying. So, like, he had a sounding board and maybe some like ghost writers who helped him.
Yeah,
through some of
he
the
probably had some.
stories.
His bros was like, "No, dude, that sucks. Change it to this."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that worked. Like, how hard was it for writers to hook up with each other back in the day? You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
if
today, it's easier for comics to find each other, right? Like
Right, but all the nerds were probably at Oxford.
they were probably all at the library, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's not like there was 10 libraries in the
Yeah.
town at that time. It's like, oh, let's go down here. But the
Yeah.
Globe Theater, we know that was real.
Yeah.
It burned to the ground.
Yeah.
Most of his plays were done in the round. If you don't know what that means the stage was in the center, so there was no backstage.
Yep. Which is really fascinating way to do a play, by the way.
Right. It is. It is, ain't it? Because
It's a really fascinating.
if you look at the modern rules of doing a play, you don't want to not face the audience.
right, you have a set and like a backdrop, and,
Right.
and all of this stuff to use. Whereas in the round, the whole focus is on you, man.
But that also makes you not you get to build the set in the imagination of the
That's true.
person who's watching it.
That's true. You can really kind of suck them in, draw them in a little bit more,
Yeah.
rather than diverting and overloading their attention.
Yeah.
You're kind of zeroing it in,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
So, you know, Hank Williams Jr. had that song with Waylon Jennings, The Conversation. And he asked Hank if his daddy really wrote all them songs.
Yeah.
And
What do you say?
he said, that don't deserve no answer, Hoss. So that's kind of where you're at with the with William Shakespeare. That don't deserve no answer, Hoss.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm still 100% on the side of classic.
I am too. I'm just saying a possibility.
Yeah, I hear you. No, I hear you. I see.
Kinda
I see your point.
Kind of like Rogan fine tuning somebody's act, but
Sure.
he don't take any writing credits for it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We'll go to that. We'll use that example again to stay on Rogan.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like Theo knows stuff that you don't think Theo should know.
Yeah. But he probably deep dived it, trying to learn something about a bit to make it just a little bit more funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Comics are weird like that. They can be really big nerds about stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. And another
it's possible. It's possible. Okay, I'll give you that.
Okay, it's possible. Another conspiracy that floats around from time to time that come across my algorithm the other day on TikTok
All right.
is Starforts.
Starforts on TikTok, dude. That's awesome that Starforts has entered your TikTok algorithm.
Well,
this is an old conspiracy. This one's been around for a little bit.
this one has been around for a little bit. Now, do you know what a Starfort is?
Yes, we have a few of them on the East Coast. Am I correct?
Yes. Well, we have a ton of them, really.
Yeah.
There's a lot. So if you've ever been
Are
to
they
Fort
only
Pulaski,
on the East Coast of the United States as well? Or is there somewhere else they are?
pull that tab up.
All right, pulling it up at the stage. Wow, that's all the Starforts known in the United States right now.
Yes.
Wow, so we do have a lot in the Southeast.
We do. I mean,
that's incredible.
The one everybody's probably been to, if you've ever been to Savannah as a kid,
sure,
you probably went to this one, Fort Pulaski. Yeah. Now, it ain't really a star.
Right. They call them star forts, but they're pentagons, right?
Well, some of them are different. That's kind of a partial star.
That's weird, dude. That looks.
The side's kind of messed up.
That looks weird, man.
This corner pretty much fell in the moat at one point.
The triangle underneath, it just looks strange.
Yeah. Then you got, this is the one that doesn't make a lot of sense to people.
Okay. Pull it up.
Fort Jefferson.
Ooh.
It's, if you look here, it's out here. It's 70 miles from Key West.
Rather than a pentagon, huh?
Yeah, but it's still a star fort by name.
Yeah. So where is it? I'm sorry. It's out near Key West?
It's 70 miles off the coast of Key West.
Wow.
It's basically built on the water.
I remember reading about this one. There's a lot of conspiracies about how they got all the building material out there, right?
Yeah. So there's like millions and millions of bricks.
Mm-hmm.
But people look at it too. I believe it was built by slaves, not to be,
just saying, but to be historically accurate.
Yeah. But 2,000 people lived out there. So if it could hold 2,000 people laying bricks at one point ain't nothing. That's a lot of people working.
That's true.
People think, they look at us now, mm-hmm. and they're like, "There's no way they could have built that stuff." Well, they didn't have internet.
Right. It was like this was an all hands on deck type of operation. Like everybody woke up and they worked on this. Now you had a particular job when it came to this. One person was mixing some mortar. One person was moving the bricks. One person was actually laying the bricks. One person was filling more mortar up for you. You know what I mean? Like everybody had their own jobs. But this was, like you said, if there was 2,000 people out there, this was all 2,000 of them basically were working on this. Besides the guys who were cooking the next meal,
right?
Were working on this.
And those guys probably had to stop and go work on some bricks at some point.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, if you can bake bread, you can make a brick.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like they used to make bricks a lot of times on site. I just don't know how much material you'd actually have on an island.
Well, everything there had to be shipped in.
Everything there had to be shipped.
There's even the water. That's why it's called the dry tortugas.
Whoa, dude!
Because there's dry. There's no fresh water on them.
Whoa. So it's super hard to support life then, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. But they managed to build this humongous fort out there. When was that fort supposedly built? Fort Jefferson, that last one you showed us.
It was built. So It got underway in 1846.
Wow. Wow, man. Yeah, I just I think the human spirit was definitely the human people were capable of a lot more than we give them credit for back in the day.
Yeah, and then
Even as much as 200 years ago.
some 2,000 people lived at Fort Jefferson during its peak years. The fort remained in federal hands during the U.S. Civil War and was used mostly as a prison for deserters. Slaves were used in the construction of the fort, but by 1863, plenty of prisoners were on hand for the performance of unpleasant tasks. So the black slaves were relieved of their duties and doubtlessly tossed into the sea.
Whoa. Okay.
So they used slaves, and then when they got enough prisoners down there to finish building it, they just threw them away. That's just wrong, dude.
That's very, very wrong, dude. That is very, very wrong.
In July of 1865, 4 men convicted in the conspiracy to assassinate U.S. President Abraham Lincoln, including Dr. Samuel Mudd, arrived at Fort Jefferson for incarceration. Dr. Mudd somewhat redeemed himself by providing heroic medical assistance during an outbreak of yellow fever at the fort in 1867. So it was basically a prison fort.
Yeah.
I want to go. I want to go.
Yeah, that would be a neat one to go to, right? I
It's
bet they have tours out there. Right?
Yeah, I've looked it up. It's $250 a person
To go from Key West.
to go from Key West on the ferry out there to it. You get lunch, breakfast, and like a 45-minute guided tour, and then you get the rest of the day to just hang out and then drive back.
Really?
It's a great snorkeling spot, they say.
Oh, I don't doubt it, man. I don't doubt it. That's awesome, dude. You should totally do that. You're going to be down in Key West.
I know. I'm going.
You're gonna be
I think
down
that's
there.
why it showed up on my algorithm.
Oh, maybe. That's why the Starforts are making their way in there because
Yeah.
you're going to be around a lot of them.
Yeah, but
Isn't there
Now,
one
so-
over towards Charleston too? The Charleston.
you
area?
mean Fort Sumter, where the first shot of the Civil War happened?
Yeah, it was Fort Sumter. No, was Fort
Yep.
Sumter a Star Fort? Is it?
Fort Sumter. Let's see here.
I think it is actually. Now that you mention it,
Fort Sumter. It is
Okay.
considered a star fort, but it's shaped more like Pulaski.
right.
And then here's the weird thing to me:
Mhm.
the one in Mobile Bay, Fort Morgan.
Mhm.
I've been to it.
Yeah.
It's definitely a star fort.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Throw it back up there. Here.
yeah, I'm gonna throw it up
I
there.
love to show the people. Love this stuff. Boom.
All right, so it's definitely a star fort.
Yeah. There's no mistaking that one. That is obviously a Star Fort. And is that an outer wall, an inner wall?
Yeah, so this would have been like a moat.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Was that a moat or just a space in between?
I think it actually had water and alligators in it at one point.
Oh my gosh.
And then this right here across the middle, that's from
Yeah.
World War II.
They built that during World War II?
Yes, to protect the Mobile Bay.
Whoa.
Yeah, but the weird thing, let's see if it shows the steps. Okay. There's some steps in this fort right there and right here and right here and right here.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm the average height of what a tall person would have been back then.
Sure.
I had trouble going up those steps
Really?
because they are so steep.
Really?
Yes, and I don't understand why they made them so steep if soldiers had to go up and down them.
Yeah.
So,
That's weird, man. That's weird. I'm sitting here thinking, like all of these forts. There's so many of these geometric shape things in the Amazon that are being uncovered, right? I know you've seen
Yeah, we've talked about that.
What if we were just building on top of what was already kind of there, right? Like, what if the Native Americans here, just like in South America, what if the Native Americans in North America were also making geoglyphs, and like we know they were doing earthworks, like there's tons of mounds everywhere, like that could easily, which also have moats dug around them, by the way. Like, I don't know, it just kind of reminds me of stuff like that. And they built a lot of stuff on the coast as well, the Native Americans did, right? Like, we know about all the shell mounds and all of that stuff that they built.
So you're saying these are just more more advanced versions of what they found down there?
Yeah, so like the earthwork was already there. So like the earthen mound was already there with like a moat, I would think, right? Maybe there was some seashells or something like that involved in some of it, but mostly just earthworks. And then we came in and we were like, oh, heck yeah. Let's just use this.
Because, I mean, that's what America does. We use all technology for war.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, you can go up to the Nikuchi mounds up in the up near the up in Dahlonega, basically. If you go to the Nikuchi mound site, there is a church just built on top of one of the mounds. Like, that's what we just made use of things.
We either bring them religion or bring them war.
Yeah.
That's your choice.
I'm just saying we repurposed. It's something that humans have always done throughout history. They've repurposed what they've found. If they found something, they use it.
Well, this goes along. So here's the conspiracy theory that goes along with the Starforts.
Okay. Yeah. Talk to me about it.
This is Google AI synopsis of what it is. A significant community of truthers and alternative history proponents suggest that these structures were not built as defense forts at all. Okay, so one, they think it was the Tartarians Empire.
Yes, dude.
You know, go back to mud flood. Yeah. We found all this.
Yeah.
Some believe that the Starforts were remnants of a lost and technologically advanced global civilization, often referred to as Tartaria, that was erased from the history books. Now look, all right, so they were advanced civilization of technology, right?
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
They were just using bricks. They wouldn't advance no more than 1865. They didn't even advance into concrete.
Yeah. That technology is right on par with when it was built.
Right. When we were told it was built. Then they'll say, that's when they said that technology was used. It wasn't really used. We just copied it to build towns like Griffin. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Another theory is that it's a free energy plant. A popular theory claims that their geometric and symmetrical shapes were actually components of ancient free energy infrastructure used to harness atmospheric electricity.
Yeah, so Tesla style stuff, Tesla technology type stuff.
Okay.
Kind of like what we hear about the pyramids and other ancient structures around the world.
If that was the case, why aren't they still shocking people?
Right, yeah. I mean, so I don't know how much I buy that scenario. Like, I don't think they were the ancient energy I think ancient energy structures maybe are a thing, but I don't think these Starforts are them. Okay,
here's another one. Found, not built. Proponents often argue that the historical records of their construction are fabricated and that modern groups merely found and repurposed existing ancient structures.
Yeah, that's kind of, along the lines of what I'm saying. I'm just not really giving credit to, like, advanced, quote unquote, advanced.
Right. And then here is the one that you said a while ago. Indigenous origins.
Yeah.
Some suggest that North American starforts were built on even older indigenous earthworks which shared similar geometric patterns.
Dude, it looks obvious to me, man. Like when you pull up, you can do a quick Google search right now of geometric shapes uncovered in the Amazon.
Yeah.
And there geometric earthworks uncovered in the Amazon. And what you'll pull up will look so much like a lot of those starforts. Like they're in all sorts of different shapes and sizes, and they're all built with moats. And like I just feel like the base of the fort is already there. Like it is. It just makes sense. It just looks like what happened. And of course, I do kind of have that theory about some of the ancient Egyptian structures as well. Like I feel like some of the Egyptians may have repurposed those. But I mean, it screams that to me, man. It really does. Oh, here we go.
So that looks like the same shape as Fort Pulaski and Fort Sumter.
Yeah, doesn't it? Right?
Just we went in there and refined it.
And the only reason we can see that is because the trees have been removed, right? There's been deforestation happening in the Amazon rainforest forever. We all know about that. But look at, like, you see how it has that same exact moat style shape around the outside as well. Like, you
could almost even argue for a little bit of a bottom point like Pulaski had.
Almost, right? And here's my point. If they were doing these sorts of things in South America, why wouldn't they be making these geometric shapes in North America?
Because Columbus hadn't found it yet.
Yeah. It just makes sense. It just makes sense, man.
Oh, man. Well, all right. One more conspiracy, and then we're going to move on. And this one.
Love it. Love it.
Turns out we were loving
this.
So, Kurt Cobain said he didn't have a gun. And it turns out he might have been right.
Yeah, they have reopened Kurt Cobain's investigation. Is that correct?
A private investigator that does this kind of stuff went and looked at all the information.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that it definitely was not self-inflicted. Yet the Seattle Police Department refuses to reopen it.
Why? Why are they being like that, man? Why can't some detective who is, looking down the barrel of retirement soon, why can't he spend his last couple of years just digging into this Cobain thing? You know what I'm saying?
Because cops don't like to be wrong, even when they are.
Sure, and they don't want to prove each other wrong either, right?
No, they got their little blue code.
Yeah, the investigator originally said it was self-inflicted, so it's self-inflicted.
Yeah, so if they change it, then whoever changed it will be the bad guy.
Yeah.
And will be blackballed by their friends.
Yeah.
Quote unquote, and they might not have their back, and they might get shot in the back.
Absolutely. Yeah. You never know.
Dude, I've been watching Lincoln Lawyer.
Yeah, you like that?
It's really made me feel like, we always talk about these shyster defense lawyers and stuff like that, right? Nobody ever talks about how crooked the freaking prosecution is.
Dude, they're just looking for people to go to jail. They're just trying to get convictions. That's it. That's
right. They just want to pad their numbers. You think about how people want to pad their numbers to look good at work.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
all a prosecution attorney is doing.
Yeah. That's it. They're just, it's so sick, dude. It's so gross. And that's what Kamala Harris was doing. That's one of the things that kind of knocked her out of the presidential race. And
she was just padding her numbers.
I think. Yeah, she was just padding her numbers.
But I mean, you look at a defense attorney. My client's innocent until you prove him guilty.
Mm-hmm.
In America, we're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but the prosecutor is you're guilty, and I'm going to prove it.
Right.
There's no other story.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the story. You're the one, no matter what happens.
That's their job, dude.
You look at all the freaking wrongful convention cases that are being overturned now that we've got like charities that go in and figure this stuff out.
Yeah, it's really sad.
It is really scary. I mean, golly.
It's really sad.
And a lot of it's just because, well, somebody had this, they look what they did when they were a teenager. Well, they're 50 years old now.
Right.
So
Yeah, it really sucks, man. It really sucks. And you're right in that there are a lot of wrongful convictions because prosecution just gets so hungry for the numbers.
yeah.
But I still think like somewhere there's got to be a cop who just wants to be the one, like, screw everybody else. I just want to be the one who figures out Cobain's.
Like one that's got a terminal cancer. He's got like 4 years to live.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm
doing it. I'm figuring out Kurt Cobain's death. Like, what happened? I'm reopening this investigation.
Some Gen X detective.
Exactly.
Dude, we got Gen X detectives now. Think about that.
And they're getting colon cancer too, just like James Vanderbeek and all these other guys. And so, like, one of them could be on his way out the door, and he's like, I'm just going to figure this out. I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to dedicate every second to figuring this out.
Why are so many Gen Xers getting colon cancer?
Oh, our food, dude. Our food. All the glyphosate in the food, all the plastic in the food.
Oh, you're going to be able to classify. You're going the Roundup route.
Yeah, I'm going the Roundup route. The Roundup and plastic, dude. I mean, all of it. All of it's bad for us, dude. All of it is really bad for us.
So I need a quieter keyboard.
Yeah, it's all good. Do we need to take an ad break, or is this a good time for an ad break? Or are we on?
Yeah, let's take an ad break, and we'll come back into some Red Dirt Rundown.
Right on. Let's do it.
Hey, go buy some merch. You got the COR merch.
Yeah.
You got the Last Night's Coffee merch.
Yeah.
You got the SVK Racing Apparel page on TeePublic carries all of our merchandise that we have out right now.
That is teepublic.com. TeePublic.com.
Yep. Or you can just go to our Facebook page and find the link there.
Sorry for the interruption in the episode, but we'd like to take this moment to advertise for Eileen Ayers at movingcoweta.com for all your realty needs in and around the Coweta County area. Make sure you visit movingcoweta.com. That's Eileen Ayers.
Yeah, check that out, folks. Also, we'd like to thank our sponsors at Charlie Austin Ford Racing, Speed U, Synergy Speed Lab, Wynn's Pharmacy, Mickey Scott's Barbershop, Trinity Fleet Services, Daytona 1, Da Vinci's Pizza, Parker Lanes, Ember and Oak, Cigar Lounge, Exterior Traditions, and Devotee Baptist Church. Go check those guys out.
That's a list right there, my guy.
Man, I tell you what, we got a lot of sponsors that help us out, and that's no particular order.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I love that so many people have gotten involved in sponsoring Charlie and trying to help him out and help him achieve his goals. You know, that's awesome.
Yeah, and if you want to help us out achieve our goals, you can like and subscribe on YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify. Leave reviews, leave comments, whatever you can. Share the show. It helps us out.
Just hit the like button, guys. Just hit the like button, you know?
Also, find us on Facebook.
Now it's time for the Red Dirt Rundown on Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and Jon. We're educating you on dirt track racing.
Yeah, come on.
All right, so Speed Weeks is over.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in Speed Weeks since middle of January?
It feels like that.
And these guys have all been down in Florida since middle of January.
That's crazy, man. Just racing their butts off.
Just racing Florida and Georgia.
Yeah.
So Golden Isle Speedway in Brunswick was where Lucas was at this past weekend. And Saturday night was probably one of the absolute best races of Speed Weeks.
Really? What
The track.
what made it so good?
The track conditions. The track was rough. It looked rough on TV.
Mhm.
It was kind of slick. When you get slick going on, you can kind of you might have guys working the bottom, working the top, working the middle,
Yeah.
just wherever their car is working. Friday night, Jonathan Davenport won his 94th or 95th Lucas Oil race,
Holy smokes, man.
which put him on top over. So he has broke and surpassed Bloomquist's record in Lucas Oil
Wow.
this weekend.
Wow. Congratulations, Davenport. That's a good deal.
Yeah, that's a big deal. But Saturday night, we had a young star. Well, he's an up and coming star. Let's put it that way. He's 17 years old, about Charlie's age. Young man named Trey Mills led most of the race
Really?
and was racing hard when this happened.
Uh-oh. All right.
What happened to the 17-year-old out of St. Augustine, Florida?
Right there, got up, and there you go.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Man.
And that was heavy contact from Hudson O'Neill. Hud with nowhere to go, but Trey was right. That was what helped send that car over. He got high in the wall. The right side tires get up, and that shot right there is what sent the 14 of Trey Mills up, over, and outside
Oh, my gosh.
the turn 2 wall here at Golden Mile Speed.
So that is that is what we tell me again what you call that, what he got up on. What do you call that? The
He jumped. Well, he kind of. They didn't have much of a cushion,
yeah, the cushion. There we go.
but he got up on the cushion, and then when the back right tire hit the wall, it set the front end like that, and then as he kicked out like that, about that same time, Huddy come and popped him and just rolled it on over. But that car was jumped before it rolled over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you go back and look, let's see. Let me pause it. Whoops. Oh, crap.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not it. If you look
See what happened to the
right, you see how that every other wheel's on the ground, but that right front,
yeah.
that car's bent, dude.
Gotcha. I got you.
That car is bent big time.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that I
yeah.
got you.
But the rollover just finished it.
Sure.
But he walked away. He did an interview.
Praise God. That was my next question.
He was in good spirits. He did a real good interview for his age. He didn't blame nobody. He just, it was pretty much, that's racing. We're racing hard. Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Which you could see too from that picture that there was not much of a berm there to jump. So
Right.
yeah, I think Devin Moran went on to win it. I believe.
Mm.
I think it was us who ended up winning it. Let's look. Don't. What date was that? Yeah, Devin Moran went on to win it. Now,
All right.
Charlie went Friday night, went over to Penton with Ashton Winger.
All right. How was that?
So that was a bit of an experience for Charlie. So it could be said that Ashton going and running a Southern All-Star race, because Ashton's, he's a pretty close to a national tour guy, money-wise, as far as what their budget is. It could be said that he was cherry picking.
Okay.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah, sure. Picking a race he could win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he went over there because, for one of his sponsors is Penton Raceway. Okay. So when they had a super race, it's kind of like, go race this race, support my sponsor. He's kind of, you know, sometimes these guys go and run these races because you get the big guy there, you know, it helps the crowd. I mean, there's reasons why you need the big guy there.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like baseball, you don't necessarily wouldn't have gotten to go see Nolan Ryan in his prime pitch a minor league game if he wasn't injured.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
in racing, you can do that. In racing, you've got the car. You can go. You go show up where you want to go show up.
Right.
In theory, it makes, depending on your attitude, well, if I can go, if I'm running this class, and so say we'll use Bloomquist. If I'm running at Sanoa and I'm running a Southern All-Star race at Sanoa, and I'm a pretty decent guy at Sanoa, and Bloomquist shows up,
yeah,
and I beat Bloomquist,
yeah,
dude, I just beat Bloomquist.
Right. That's something to hang your hat on right there.
Yeah,
like that's a notch in your belt for sure.
Heck, Ronnie Sanders is one of my favorite race car drivers there ever was.
Mm-hmm.
He run mini stock one night when I was running mini stock. Somebody talked him into running a mini stock.
Okay.
I didn't beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Dad beat him.
Really?
Yeah, Dad beat him that night. So Dad's beat Ronnie Sanders on the racetrack.
Wow.
I mean, I think I run 4th or 5th to him. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, you know, I look at it as I'm a fan.
Sure.
Of drivers. So I look at it like, cool, I got to be on the track at the same time as Ronnie Sanders.
Yeah. But if you could also beat them, like to beat an Ashton Winger or to beat a Davenport, right? Like,
right.
Come on, man.
But so anyway, there was around lap 3 or 4, there was some contact between Austin Horton and Ashton Winger. They all the local people blamed it on Ashton, but it was Charlie's like it was all Horton's fault, but whatever. There's videos, you can see whose fault it is, but you know nobody wants to notice that anyway. Horton ended up getting thrown out of the race for it because he hit him under caution. No, hit him under a red flag. He come up and hit his car under red flag. They were unbuckling. He's like, meet me back over at the trailer. We're gonna fight.
I was about to say.
He goes, and Ashton's like, if we're gonna fight, we're gonna do it on the front straightaway, buddy. They end up getting a freaking police escort back to their hauler, and the police hung around their hauler so you know nobody got fired up and in trouble and
right.
You know, right. So Charlie got broke in right at his first.
That's hilarious.
His first race with them. And I told Troy, I said, you know, you go with Ashton to that, and he's looked at as a cherry picker. When y'all go to Eldora this summer, he's going to be kind of the underdog trying to, you know, not necessarily the star of it. So you're going to have a totally different experience.
Absolutely. Yeah. Everybody's not going to be gunning for him.
Right.
Whereas you go to a tiny track like Penton, most of the guys there are going to be gunning for him.
Yeah. So fast forward to Saturday, we got invited to a test at Sanoa.
Awesome.
Kind of trying to work the track in after it's been dormant all year.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got to run Black Betty out there?
Got to run Black Betty.
Yeah.
She was fast for about 5 laps, and then the cam broke.
No. So what's the damage? Do you know yet the extent?
We haven't opened up the engine yet. I mean, it locked up and cut off. Good oil pressure.
Okay.
Wasn't running hot. It just locked up, cut off.
Okay.
Chipped a tooth off of the distributor gear.
Okay.
When all this happened. I don't quite understand the math on that.
Probably won't.
Yeah. So anyway, what we're going to do,
sucks, man. Yeah. What's the game plan now? Because that's a huge expense, right?
Right. So we got two blown motors sitting here now.
Okay.
Because our 604 needs to be refreshed.
Mm-hmm.
And our hobby motor, which is a little small to run limited, has got its own issues.
Right.
So the game plan now is to fix. After this podcast is over, we are taking the 604 to the machine shop to get it freshened up and hopefully back by April 18th, I think.
Okay. And that will that'll give you a little bit more engine, right?
Horsepower wise, they're probably real similar.
Okay.
But it gives us a bigger schedule. It gives us more opportunity because we can go. So at Sonoa, we're going to run primarily limited. And that's topless. We won't have the roof on it, but we can throw the roof on and go run any 604 class in the country. We can go run. So like say Sonoa rains out, Sonoa usually rains out on Wednesday. If it's going to rain out, it's going to rain out on Wednesday. So we can go, okay, well, Sonoa's rained out. Let's go do Cochrane.
Yeah.
And we'll just throw the roof on, run 604 at Cochrane.
Gotcha. That's pretty cool. I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. So it really opens you up there.
It really opens it up. The setup we had on the car.
Yeah.
Charlie looked real good right out of the box. I would love to have seen him get some more laps in because he was just getting faster.
Yeah.
He had a couple people. He had Ashton said he looked pretty good out there. Ashton was practicing with us.
Yeah.
Ashton's dad said he looked pretty good. So that says a lot. But I knew we thought it was battery died because it would just click. And then we put the bar on it and it wouldn't turn over. So
dang, man.
Yeah.
Dang it.
But that's racing.
Yeah, that's what you say, dude. That's why I couldn't do it, man. That right there is exactly why I couldn't do it, man.
Well, some people gamble with cards and lottery tickets, and I guess some people gamble with race cars. At least with a race car, when we're doing this, we all get to have fun. You know what I'm saying?
I guess so, man. I guess
it's tough. It sucks sometimes, but I've said before, the only reason we're able to do what we do is because God's got his hand in it.
Sure.
Because absolutely. It don't make sense for the way we, like when I talk to other people's budget, talk other budget with other people, and I see what we're able to do on our budget, it don't make sense.
Right.
So the only way we're able to do it is God's multiplying it somehow.
Sure.
So now I get to see what he does on this one.
Yeah.
You've heard Jocko's good.
Yeah. Yep.
You didn't get the promotion good.
Good. Yeah.
Something bad happened. You good. You get to get better. So this happened.
Yeah.
Good. Now we get to get a new engine and we get to see what God's going to do next.
That's true. That's a great mentality, man. Great way to look at it, dude. That's huge.
So
that's huge.
Man,
I almost want to go right into the red word send off with that, dude. But we got to do the meme of the week. We've had the meme of the week forever and a day. We're not getting rid of that.
Yeah, we can't. We can't.
Meme, put it up there. Whatever you got to do.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pause for a minute because I got a meme. I just forgot to put one up. So let's take a minute and dry our eyes out This hasn't been the funniest show.
No,
This
we've
week.
covered all kinds of stuff.
But since we tend to follow this subject anyway,
Yeah.
here on last night's coffee,
Okay. Oh,
just
here we go. Can I put it up there?
put it up there.
Boom. Britney Spears arrested in California for DUI. Now, this doesn't catch me by surprise, Chucker. How about you?
You know, do you think she had her knives with her dancing knives?
Yes, she definitely had her dancing knives with her. Do you think she was wearing her dancing outfit?
Hard to say.
Her birthday outfit? It's one and the same.
Well, I mean, she could have just had her birthday suit on.
Yeah,
We don't know about the current.
I'm telling you.
The current Britney situation is, I think I used to be on Free Britney,
Yeah.
which I think, I mean, 40, we're real close in age. She's 40 something, late 40s.
Yeah.
She ought to be able to kind of run her own life.
Sure.
But at the same time, it's like, whoa,
It's really bad, man.
whoa.
It's really bad. Yeah, she's hit some really weird, some really rough spots. You know, I am still on the Free Britney train. I think she should be freed of this DUI arrest, man. You know, she can't help it.
Oh,
She
you
probably wasn't even intoxicated. If you just look at her nowadays, like she is,
Yeah.
it's just her. That's just Britney.
well, she's Britney. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know that everybody knows the rest of it.
Yeah, we love Britney Spears on this show.
But
Thank you, Chucker.
you know,
I
they
hate
say
to hear she's arrested.
she's always said she's not that innocent. So I think she's guilty of DUI. She's already not incarcerated, self I don't know. She hasn't pleaded the fifth.
To it.
Yeah, she hasn't pleaded the fifth. She says she's not that innocent.
No, yeah, she's admitted to it already.
But-
That's what you're saying. Since she was
but-
like 18.
Will this, because she's got to cover her legal fees,
Mm-hmm.
will this get us a new Britney tour?
Vegas residency, maybe? I don't know if
Vegas-
she goes on tour, dude. I don't think people would go to see her like that.
And okay, so I could see a Vegas residency.
And they just be like, don't
No.
even sing. They
It won't
just be
even-
like, don't even sing. Just go be yourself. It would be reality TV on a stage. It would just be Britney.
Oh, like a one-person show.
Yeah, it's Britney. Like that's what it would be called.
And it's not going to be at Vegas.
Where would it be?
It's Harris Cherokee residency.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, she's redneck from Louisiana.
Yeah, for sure. I could totally see it there. Oh,
So-
or a tugboat, one of those casino
Oh,
boats.
go down to Biloxi. She's doing a residency in Biloxi, dude. And now, the Bellagio Biloxi presents Britney, the one-woman show.
They don't give her a microphone because they don't want her to sing.
No, well, she's got a little,
Yeah, but it doesn't work.
you know, our preacher
turned
uses the Britney mic.
Does he? Is it turned
Yeah.
on?
Yeah, most of the time.
Okay. Okay. It'd be so funny if they gave her the Britney mic and just didn't turn it on.
I mean, look, there's been conspiracies there for years that she wasn't singing on stage anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, I mean, it's
Well-
hard to do all that dancing and sing
Right.
at the same time.
Very hard. Incredibly hard.
Yeah. So, she's never out of breath.
Chuck, I think, it's Britney, though. It's Britney we're talking about.
Well, how many crunches? She says she used to do 200 crunches a day.
Something like that.
Yeah. And her and what's his name never had sex either. So I believe both of those.
JT?
JT.
Good old JT, man.
Yeah. So
Free Britney.
free Britney.
Hashtag free Britney.
What you got for the red? What are we calling this?
The red word send off.
The red word send off.
Yep. Here it is. We're going to close out episode 320 or 238. Sorry, I was being dyslexic for a second. 238. Closing this out with a quote from Luke 12, verse. We're going to start in verse 27. This one's going to be a little bit longer, but I just feel like it's good. Luke chapter 12, verse 27. Consider how the wildflowers grow. They don't labor or spin thread. Yet I tell you, not even Solomon in all his splendor was adorned like one of these. If that's how God clothes the grass, which is the field today and is thrown into the furnace tomorrow, how much more will he do for you, you of little faith? Don't strive for what you should eat and what you should drink, and don't be anxious. For the Gentile world eagerly seeks all these things, and your Father knows that you need them. But seek his kingdom, and these things will be provided for you. Verse 32, this is where it's at. Don't be afraid, little flock, because your Father delights to give you the kingdom.
Yeah. That goes back, like, don't worry about all these conspiracies.
Yeah.
It's all just whatever.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things.
Seek his kingdom. Seek his kingdom.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all have a good one.